let's stop being so serious.
I'm Kogan.
I'm Chance.
And this is Rotator.
The pedal party.
The pedal party. And today, Taterheads. Did we decide on that?
I think that's the unofficial. I don't know what we decided official, as long as we don't get into...
If you have a better idea of what our fans should be called, then you can email us at rotator.party@gmail.com or hit us up on social media. We're on all of it, sort of, for the most part. And yeah.
So Kogan, tell us about the pedal that we get to that we truly have the privilege.
We really do
to experience this week.
So this pedal, how did we find this? It was, I think we saw an Instagram post, and it looks classic, like clean,
very straightforward.
Nothing. Which I like straightforward. I like my knobs to say what they do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to try and figure stuff out. Just tell me what it does and let me plug it in.
Yep.
Anyways, we saw this and I think I sent you a picture of it. And The plosives. I'm not going to do that again. A picture of it.
Picture.
I was like, dude, we need to test this thing out. And so we have one, and it is the Telecasters are just so noisy.
Yeah, sorry.
I guess we didn't even go over that part. Suspense.
What are we doing? What's the pedal? I'm dying over here.
Before we get to the pedal, I'm going to say, because if you're listening to this episode, this is just a commentary on, you should know what the pedal is, because the title of the episode,
you already know what
will have the pedal in it, the name of the pedal in it. So I'm going to keep you waiting in suspense in case you have a short memory like me and you forgot what it is. This is Rotator. We do pedal demos. I have a 2003 American Standard Telecaster, it looks to be. And it is, this dude has seen some things.
Yeah, it's on loan. It's unknowingly on loan from Josh Evans, the guy who loaned us the Klon for our first ever episode.
Yes. Wonderful patron of the podcast.
He left it at the church, and guess what? That means I get to use it if I want to.
Hey-o.
For the podcast.
And then we're going into a
Stulce amplifier. Don't know the model.
All I know is it's red.
It's red.
It sounds great.
Marshall 212. We're actually micing it up. You're going to have a Sennheiser MD421 in your right ear and a Sennheiser E906 in your left ear. Double micing.
Wow. I like that. And it looks to me like you've got a Les Paul of some sort.
09er.
In a beautiful burst.
Traditional. And the May storm weather of Oklahoma is being most unkind to this Gibson set neck.
Yeah. Well, luckily we have a new utility pedal from our friend Benjamin Bland, a.k.a. Benj Bland, a.k.a. Ben Bland, a.k.a. Shredder.
A.k.a. Ben Bland, a.k.a. a.k.a.
You can, he built us a new switcher for our guitars and our amps and our pedals, and you could get in contact with him if you're interested, because he can build you all sorts of crazy stuff. What's his, I think it's B&B Audio, right?
Sounds right.
B_B_ audio. BB Audio. He's on Instagram. He's probably everywhere else too.
Loopers and switchers galore.
And if you contact us, I could just send you his phone number. Because I'm sure he would be fine with that.
Yeah, just like send us an email. We'll hook you up.
Yeah. He was telling me that he could actually build Chase Bliss replica pedals for $20 a piece.
Yeah, that was a quote, and
I think
told
he was
us to advertise this.
Funny. Oh, he told us not to. That's what it was.
That's what it was. And then he winked.
Yeah, so I wasn't sure where we ended up on that, but anyways, my bad, Benj. Anyways, I'm just going to keep saying anyways till we get to the next part. Okay, the pedal that we have today is the LPD 87.
And 87 is such a good descriptor.
Oh, boy. I can't think of a better name. I mean, the only better name that you could have for this maybe is if you called it like Meltdown.
Yeah.
Or something, or I don't know.
Shred Central,
anything crazy like that. So this is from LPD Pedals, Lawrence Petross Designs. I'm not sure if I'm saying Petross right, but I think that's right.
Petross.
And the 87, this is basically a Marshall in a box sort of a sound. And I think the idea is that you're getting overdrive sounds from 1987.
Right. And I think that this is one of the few pedals I've played that claims to be a Marshall in a box style pedal that I actually am like, yes, I agree.
Yeah, it seems to be, it's like, it seems very trendy right now to call a pedal Marshall in a box.
Yeah, I think we've talked about this before.
And there's very few that actually sound like it. And I'm not even sure if he's calling this Marshall in a box or if he's just calling it like, you know, hair metal overdrive or I don't know what, but it sounds.
There is a difference in having more gain than a tube screamer and a Marshall in a box, but it almost seems like if it has more gain than a tube screamer, people call it. It's just like people call dirty pedals like Marshall pedals.
It's a Marshall.
No. That's not how that works. There's the voicing, the presence, the percussiveness, the attack. It's the whole thing. So
everything's at noon. I guess I could go over the controls here. We've got highs, we've got mids, we've got lows, we've got a secret switch in the middle, level, presence, gain. One foot switch. That sounds like a Les Paul.
That's sort of in tune.
Yeah.
That's all that you're going to get this week.
There we
Hit
go.
it. My dude.
Nice.
That feels so good.
Yeah, so I've had this thing for a week, and I'm pretty sure this is the first day you've heard it, right?
The very first day, which this is like my 17-year-old dream is that
Is
that I just did is everything at noon, and it sounded like that.
And so for clarification, we should say the switch, there's a green channel and a red channel, and we can get into that here in a minute. We were on the green channel.
Sneeze break.
Oh.
Brought to you by Oklahoma Springtime.
Should we cut that part out?
Nope, I'm just going to leave it because people need to know that we're real.
I do like how I've noticed we often reference editing this show, and we never do.
Yeah, which is crazy because I do a lot of it.
Oh, yeah.
I do a lot of it.
Do. So here's the Telecaster. There's some clean tone for you. Ooh, that sounds like a Tele.
Thanks, Josh.
Here's the 87. Ooh, that Telly is bright with that presence knob at noon.
The temptation is to stop right now, say thanks, we've had a great episode,
and be like, go buy
home.
this pedal.
Yeah.
Let's explore a little bit. Let's leave everything at noon. Let's check out the red side, and then let's go through and kind of talk about. I could even talk about. So I've been using this. I've played some gigs with it and done some rehearsals with it, and I've kind of got to know it a little bit. So here's the red channel, which is more gain, and I think it's supposed to be more like a hot rodded JTM 45 sort of thing. So like a, I don't know, brown sound sort of. I don't know what you would call it. But anyways, here it is. All at noon, red channel.
No, wait. That's a new riff. I've never played that riff on this show before.
Man, can we get... I just want to do a little A-B real quick because I was kind of... If I closed my eyes, that was pretty spot on to the tone.
Yeah.
Can you just play that without this pedal on? Man, that's wild.
Yeah.
It really is. There's like some percussiveness. There's something happening.
Percussiveness and just that top end in presence is just so like right like in between your eyeballs, you know.
I feel like I'm hearing it before my ears are hearing it. So let's so that was the red channel, and then the green channel is the first one that we demoed. Let's go through. Where do you want to start with this? So we've got a lot of EQ options.
Yeah.
High, mids, lows, presence.
I do love. I mean,
being able to really dial it in for each guitar.
Sometimes I like just a very simple pedal. Sometimes I like to get a little more complicated. But with something like this, what's nice is that, and I think you'll see it as we continue to demo the pedal, is it truly, like the high knob actually controls the high end. The middle knob actually controls the middle frequency, and the lows control the lows. Because generally speaking, I would rather have one tone knob that cuts or boosts the treble than a high and low that don't work well. So, I sometimes see pedals that have a lot of controls, but none of the controls really adequately control the parameter that they're assigned. So this pedal is so unique in that it really has finite control over the exact right spot in the highs, the right spot in the mids, the right spot in the lows.
So let's see. I wonder if this works like an old Marshall where if everything is dimed, that's no touching the EQ.
Oh, so it's like a cut.
So it's like a cut, like a Marshall amp is.
Yeah.
And then, so let's get some unity here, actually. Let's leave the gain at noon. That feels pretty... Okay, so this is the green channel. We've got highs, mids, lows, dimed. Ooh, we dimed it early.
We dimed the tones early.
The tones early. We have not dimed the gain yet. Level's sitting at about 11 o'clock. Presence is off, and we can kind of dial that in if we want to. Gain is at noon. We're on the green channel. I think I already said that. Here we go.
Sorry, I didn't do that riff right. If I could, I probably would be out there playing the guitar and not sitting in here doing a podcast.
Oh, man, isn't that so true? Those who can't do, teach.
Those who can't teach Jim.
R.I.P.
He's not dead.
What's his face?
Jack Black is not dead.
Oh, thank God.
Thank God, yeah.
I don't think I could take 2 in 1 week. Oh, my God. Whoo-wee. That was a close call. What about Kyle? Is he still kicking around?
Yeah, KG's good.
KG. Okay, so we ended up with the presence dimed. Now, I have a hypothesis, and is that if we leave the highs and the presence dimed on the Telecaster, it might be too much. Let's find out, though.
Yeah.
So we've got, here we are. That's clean tone. All right, so I'm thinking we test out a little bit less. I guess we get some. Let's get.
Don't go out night. It's bound to go life. I don't think they used the JCM 800 on that track.
I don't think they did.
I don't know that it existed. That would be a classic.
But they did use
anachronism.
A Telecaster.
Oh gosh,
I'm sure there's something about a Tele that just makes me want to play Bruce Springsteen. You know. I'm sorry, that's too much. CCR. Anyways, let's dial the presence back a little bit.
Yeah, let's pull that full back a little bit.
Let's just kill the highs and see what it sounds like. So highs are off, presence is off, mids are dimed, lows are dimed.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see where we end up. Where we end up with that riff. It still feels very bright, right? Like, or maybe bright's not the right word. It feels like there are some highs here.
I think it's clear.
Yeah, it's clear.
Do
That's
you know
a
what
good
I'm saying?
word for it.
It's
Yeah.
clear.
I can hear what's going on.
Wow. So he just pulled the highs from off to noon.
Difference.
That's a big difference.
Yeah. Oh, wow. You could also get that. Let's see what it sounds like on the neck. Interesting.
Some dynamic response to touch.
There's some dynamic response there. So maybe let's pull the mids back to noon. Or should we just turn them all the way off?
What's crazy is that I definitely want to do a highs all the way up low, all the way up mid, all the way off. Classic V scoop.
Yeah.
But what's interesting to me is that the lows are all the way, but it's not woofy.
Yeah, that's true.
I think it's almost as if the parameters of this pedal don't let you mess it up.
Yeah, it seems
Do you
like
know
that
what I'm
because
saying?
we haven't hit a tone that I'm like, ew.
That is unusable, right?
But they all seem very different. So So you want to go highs, lows, dimed, mids
all
off,
the way off.
Leave the gain where it is.
I think we boost the gain a little bit. I'm going to take the wheel.
Let's take the gain to 2 o'clock. So we've got lows, dimed, mids off, highs, dimed, presence off.
Let's start with the presence off and see what
Presence
happens. And also, I think we maybe stick this thing on the red channel to get like an old school metal.
So maybe okay. All right. So here's the red channel, no mids.
What's
Ooh.
the dang. There it is. Gosh. It does that percussive palm muting really well. That is very interesting to me. Very interesting what's happening.
So we ended up, I was kind of playing with the controls here. We ended up with the gain at 2 o'clock. We're still on the red channel. The presence pulled up to about 1 o'clock, lows at 1 o'clock, mids off, and then the highs at like 10 o'clock.
So I think, to my ear, this does do what the old Marshall style is, which is I feel like we were cutting frequencies and not boosting them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does seem like that. Which would explain why the lows don't get out of control. Because when you dime the lows, you're just hitting what your guitar is sending.
True neutral, right?
Yeah, you're not.
Which of course
sending more lows.
Which of course you can by sending more level. Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's all like the like mash volume and all that, but it is
I like it.
It's thick and slicey. You're already in drop D, my friend.
It's all thanks to B&B Audio, because now we can tune and play. There's still so much percussive, even with the presence is off now, and the highs are at 2, but there's still so much like attack. I guess especially on a Telecaster. That sounds really good. Should we see what the mids sound like on the red channel?
Cranked?
Yeah.
Yeah, crank them up.
Why not? Let's crank them up. So mids dimed. Digging the neck sound on this Tele.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
A lot of thickness right there, man.
Very thick. Let's go to the green side. Okay, let's do one thing before we get crazy, because I'm getting pretty to where I want to hear that gain all the way up. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure.
Let's go. Let's kill some of the lows, because I haven't done that yet. And let's go like mostly mids. So we'll dime the mids. Let's put the lows and the highs at what would you call that? 2 o'clock? Or 10 o'clock? Mm-hmm. Presence at 10 o'clock. Let's turn the gain down to 3 o'clock or 9 o'clock. Oh my God. Gain is at 9 green channel. Let's go red channel. So level 3, gain 9, presence 9, mids and lows at 2, highs at 1, red channel.
That's gain at 9 o'clock?
That's gain at 9 o'clock.
I don't know it.
I think it
won't hit the thing.
Ching, 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 ching.
Yeah.
Let's dive the green side. What do you want to do? What do you want to do with the EQ? What's been your favorite setting here?
I mean, at this point, I'm like, let's just
do it. Let's just do it, man.
Let's go to town.
Let's dime it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 knobs all the way up. Green channel. Les Paul, ready, go.
So here's an interesting thing that I just learned. Is that riff is the exact same on both sets of strings. But for some dumb reason, I cannot play the A part of it. Give me the juice again. I'm going to redeem myself. Nope. For as much gain that's on that, it's not that noisy.
No, it's surprisingly
For all
quiet.
that you have, I mean, that's a lot of gain. And we're
Yeah.
just on the green side. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, it's clicking.
Sorry.
We've got this delay pedal here.
Which might remain anonymous.
If you can tell us what pedal it is, we will email you back and tell you if you were right or wrong.
Yeah.
I think I've got it plugged into the wrong power. I don't know. It's got 250 on it. Anyways, oh, we can make it go away if we do that. Let's, do you want to go to the red side?
Yeah, so let's just do the green right quick. E chord on the green, and then we'll go back. Red. It's still so clear though. Like
Yeah.
it's so present.
There's so much gain, but I'm still hearing everything.
Let's go back to the green side with the telly.
Let's go. I'm gonna go neck pickup here because I feel like that's gonna be a little
If it's
bit
good,
better.
it's good. sharp. Remind me to play it, but we're going to finish your thing.
That's with the volume down, for all of you wondering. Should we just go over to the red side?
Yeah.
Oh. A little bit noisier.
Understandable.
What'd you say?
Understandable.
I couldn't understand you.
Whoa, buddy.
I don't know what to do with all that. Whoa. You know what? It's almost. It's like right there on the verge of fuzz. Okay, what do you want to try?
There's one thing that I want to do right quick.
Okay.
So that was a Joe Satriani song called, I think it's called House of Blues. Mm-hmm. And I think around that time he was using like a PV XXX on the Ultra channel. At least that's on one of those G3s, you know. And I feel like with everything dimed with that red channel, you kind of get that PV Ultra.
You're like into that territory.
Like really thick and a lot of saturated gain.
There's one more segment that I've been toying around with in my mind, and I think it could be kind of cool. And it's where we do the opposite of diming it.
Oh my gosh.
And we turn all the knobs at 0.
Do we penny it?
We penny it. And we see what happens. Let's try the red channel. Still nothing. Interesting.
Oh,
very interesting.
all right. So he's turned the level all the way up and still nothing. Well, you heard it here, folks. I don't know what else to say about it, really.
Did we say it's black and it has white knobs?
Yep. I'm going to go urinate, and then we're going to play bass.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to do the same thing. So should we start at noon? I guess we've already started, haven't we? Or should we start with everything at 10, since we're kind of suspecting that that's how this thing's working?
That's a great philosophical question of what is noon.
What is noon? Is noon the most neutral sound?
Or is it everything pointed to the sky?
Yeah. I don't know. That's a great question. I'm going
gonna
to say
say-
it's...
No, well, what were you going to say?
I was going to say probably exactly what you were going to say, and that I was going to say it's where the tone is most unaffected.
Let's do it.
Okay, so high, mids, lows, dimed. We have a
Absolutely gorgeous specimen of an instrument.
I'm not sure if we're allowed to touch this bass, but
It was on the rack in my office, and so
you know what, Jared? Thanks.
Thanks to Jared. So this is a Cower bass. There aren't a ton of these that have been made, but this is a Cower. I believe it's pronounced Arcturus bass, and it is white with a cream pickguard, gold hardware. It has 2 Lawler Thunderbird pickups in it.
Oh my god!
It's it's a short scale bass. Beautiful.
So it's a long guitar.
This is a true long guitar.
Yeah, I like those.
Hand signed by Doug Cower himself. Golly. So we're playing it through a low wattage amp, so it's kind of already dirty. I'm just going to go full volume and tone with both pickups selected, and it's just kind of a... Dirty, crunchy, it is what it is. Let's go ahead and engage that pedal.
Gain, volume, noon, high, mids, lows, dimed, presence, off, green channel, go.
I was headbutting, headbanging so hard just then.
I was just headbutting so hard.
I was headbutting Kogan so hard. Man, I transcended. Gosh, that sounds good.
Wow.
That sounds so awesome. So grindy and good.
Yeah, I like that. Should we just flip it over to the red channel, see what it sounds like?
Yeah.
Same settings. Let's throw some of that presence in there, see what happens.
I think I just did cardio.
Yeah.
I think I was playing hard enough that it was cardio.
I don't know what that cost you, but it cost you something. So let's put the presence at noon. See what we get into here. Let's go back to the green channel because I feel like that's going to give us a little more perspective on what's happening. That's not it's not quite as gainy.
So
very responsive.
There's some responsiveness. I just want to play and play and play.
Let's see if we can get to some low gain stuff here. So that was
that's red channel, right?
That was the red channel. Gain at 9 o'clock, presence at 9 o'clock, level at 1 o'clock, lows, dimed, mids, 10 o'clock, highs, 9 o'clock. Ooh, sorry, mids, 2 o'clock. Woo-wee. Sometimes I get lost on the clock. Let's scoop the mids.
Scoop them.
Let's scoop those mids. Let's go back to the green channel. Let's diamond on the green channel. I like that a lot.
Sorry, it's just taking me a little bit to come down.
Woo-wee.
Oh, from that spot I was in.
You went to the mountaintop. I'll tell you what I really can't wait for is to listen to that segment on half speed whenever we put it up online.
I just descended.
So that was lows, highs, dimed, mids off, presence off. I was playing with the presence a little bit there. Gain was dimed, and that was on the red channel.
Gain dime it.
Gain dime it.
Well, why don't we just go? I think we're almost to the point. All of it, all the way.
All of it, all the way.
Infinity on the bass.
On what channel?
Green, then red.
Green, and then red. Every knob is at maximum. Do it. Do it.
It's a short scale bass. I just don't know.
That doesn't sound like it's on. Because it's not.
Because it ain't.
Red channel. Wow.
had an idea.
Hoo, 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 hoo.
There's a lot of hiss. You really can't hear the hiss when you're playing, though.
No, it's very interesting. There's some really nice compression happening with this thing. What you got it?
I got some stuff. I forgot it.
Is there a tone knob on that thing?
There is.
Pull the tone off. Interesting. It's not horrible. It's not nearly as cool as what I was thinking. I think there's just not enough there to give it the
juice.
I was thinking it was going to sound more like fuzz, but it's just not fuzz. It's just not fuzz. But I tell you what it is. It is magnificent.
It's darty.
It's darty.
It's a darty bird.
The green is darty, and the red is like,
gosh,
just came in from the field. It's been out there for a day.
Yeah, I was about to say this thing is like great grand. Putting this pedal on your board is like inheriting great granny's cast iron skillet.
Oh yeah,
just the seasoning,
it's just filthy.
The seasoning
it's
on
seasoned,
that thing.
And really, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I feel like there's not a bad spot.
No, there's nothing that would like squelch the overdrive, you know,
yeah.
or
and nothing. I feel like even when it was dimed or like, it might have been more bright or less bright, it was never unusable.
Right.
It was always very usable, and I like it. The tightness of it, the compression, and that like it really
just the oomph.
Even on the bass, it feels like that's all still. It retains all of those qualities.
Right. It makes me on the bass. It makes me want to riff and really riff. And I already have a tendency to want to riff on the bass more than just to play kind of like a backbeat like rhythm.
You do have those references.
I have the reference. I have the reference point.
Oh. Also, that bass sounds pretty good.
Man, it's so cool.
Whoa.
I'm going to have to let Jared know, to let Doug know that we are just, wow. Thank you, sir.
We are in all. That neck's cool, too. It's got like a flame neck sort of thing going on.
Flamed maple neck with an ebony fretboard.
Ooh-wee.
Man, it's nice. Anyway.
That's it. That's
the pedal.
LPD 87. It sounds great. He's got an Instagram. It is Lawrence Petross Designs, and you can hit us up we're going to tag him and everything. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I don't know if he has a Twitter. I know the website is Lawrence Petross Designs. And then he's on Reverb, I think, is where he sells a lot of stuff, a lot of his own. He's got some other stuff, the 68 Drive. This is the only one I've played, but I can only imagine with the technical proficiency of this pedal. And I don't know, I'm not trying to just like
yank the dude's chain or whatever because he sent us a pedal to demo. I genuinely think that this pedal is worth what he charges. It sounds
great.
Amazing.
Mm-hmm. It really does sound great.
And it's so usable. And it's one of the few full-on Marshall drive pedals that I think can actually... I'd say this and the Marvel drive.
Oh, yeah.
They do different sounds, but they do them precisely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I like it. I like it with the gain up. I like it with the gain down. I like it on the guitar. I like it on the bass.
I like it a lot.
I like it. I like this black and white too. Isn't that crazy? So that's the LPD 87. You can hit us up if you need more info about it, or hit up LPD, Lawrence Petross Designs. Leave us a review on iTunes.
Mm-hmm.
Subscribe, share, save, satisfy that longing you've had to hear great guitar tone by yourself because you bought a pedal that you heard on our podcast.
Yep. That is what... That's our motto.
That's our motto. All right. Hit us up. We'd love to talk to you. It's been fun. LPD 87. Cower, however you say that.
Arcturus
bass. Take us away.
I don't know what to play.
Play the outro riff.
Oi. Bow. 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 Doom. Play it. I'm doing alright. Got no gun. No knife. It's really hard to sing and play that at the same time.
That's why
they didn't do it that way.
That's why What's His Face did not play guitar.
Oi. 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 Now I can do that. Oi. Oi. Oi.
This guy tagged us in like a freaking. This is a chapter of a book.